how do you kind of see the stuff you know and you've studied in terms of more traditional jazz and the jazz idiom? How do you transition that into J music?
So the clearest and most, because I can spend like 4 hours talking about this, a really long story, but the most like clear, like kind of 5 minute, I guess, kind of explanation of that is that I see music, all music that I am into is on a continuum. It's in the same place. Um, I don't separate music by genre in my head when I play it. Like, now that might confuse some people because they probably look at like the After You've Gone thing or whatever, and then like go listen to Ugetsu or something. And they see contrasting, like, but you're switching gears. Like, what are you doing? It's like, well, the reason why I'm able to do that is because the analogy I love giving people is that I have a fridge. It's like it's a musical refrigerator, and like, or freezer, whatever. There's a bunch of stuff. There might be like ketchup next to like the apple pie, which is next to like a chicken leg or something. I'm vegan. I don't eat chicken, but it's like it might be next. It might be next to all this and that, but I'm not gonna take all of it out together, right? Like it's when I need it, I'm taking it out and then I'm putting it back. Like you might need the ketchup to put over your fries and you put it back in the fridge, and then or like you got a sweet tooth, so you take out the apple pie and then you put it back in. That's how I think about music. Like it's all in the same place, and that's because it all has it's all about what I like and what my interests are, and I try to think about what the most honest formation of that, like what makes that music sound the way it does. What's the clearest thing? It's like when you make an impression of somebody, like when you want to imitate like a president, or you want to imitate like an actor or something like that, or your best friend. You think in your head like, what's the quality of their voice? Like, and you think like you think of maybe a famous quote or something like that. So I think about all music like that, and you're probably like, what the heck does that have to do with J music? Well, I want to preface that because this is kind of a way to answer both parts at the same time about how I put jazz into like Japanese music. For those people who don't know what J music is, it's Japanese music. Like, my shirt, like kawaii. Kawaii means scary. Just funny. Like I'm into anime, I'm into video games. Everybody should know that by now. But I'm not putting jazz into it. Jazz is my language. It's like you can speak one language and talk about other topics, right? It's not like I don't need to, like, I can talk about how I feel about ballet or the opera without learning how. I can talk about how I feel about Shakespeare without literally speaking in Shakespearean English. Like you're communicating about something with your thing, right? So I'm communicating about my love for Japanese music through my language of jazz. So I might not be explicitly playing jazz. Like you might go to some of my videos where it's like, it's like, wait, hold on. You said you're playing jazz. What happened? It's like, I didn't purport that it was going to be traditional jazz. I'm just saying that I'm a jazz saxophonist, and you can hear everything that I'm doing and trace it back to jazz. So that's the point. There's a lot of people out here saying they play jazz covers and they don't know nothing about Bird. Like, so I'm not gonna say that. But I'm not purporting that stuff is like actual jazz. I'm saying that like it is jazz influenced, which is the point.